welcome to the 5th annual Genocide Memorial Service, and to all of you who braved what might have been rain today. But other than 1 year where we had a bit of wind, we've had sunshine and fellowship and sharing of story and experience. Today we have someone from the Edmonton Interfaith Center for Education and Action to come and bring a few words of greeting. The Edmonton Interfaith Center is a sponsor as well as the Unitarian Church of Edmonton. Unfortunately, Brian Cowley couldn't be here today. He is training for a bicycle marathon. So our dear friend Helen McFadgen, who is our intern at the Unitarian Church, is speaking on his behalf. Netta.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I am not Naseem, as it says in your program. Naseem is unable to attend today, so I'm here in her place. I'm the coordinator of the Edmonton Interfaith Center for Education and Action.
Can you hear? Louder, please.
Okay. And as part of the objective of the Edmonton Interfaith Center is to teach others about our religions and learn about our own religions with the objective of eliminating all sorts of forms of prejudice. And the more we learn about each other, the fewer misunderstandings and misconceptions we have, and it will lead to the embrace of true love of and embrace of diversity, relishing and embracing diversity. We know it is horrifyingly easy to convince one group of human beings to kill another, and often this seems to be on religious lines, but of course I think people of faith know that no religion preaches hatred or intolerance, and certainly no religion preaches anything that should lead to genocide, but it's often on religious lines that religion is used as a tool, and the misuse of religion. So the Interfaith Center is very pleased to partner with the Unitarian Church in this wonderful memorial garden and this event. And we are proud as people of faith, all of us, to stand up and say, this is not my religion and this is not being done in the name of my religion. Thank you.
Thank you, Netta. Today we present speakers from different faiths and cultural groups. You don't necessarily have to believe a believer in a faith of any kind except yourself and your truth and the divinity within yourself and the people with which you associate in order to be here. So welcome to you all. Emmanuel Gatera from Rwanda, who spoke here last year, wasn't able to be with us this year, but Reverend Fulgence Ngadiji Mana from Burundi, who I met at the Unitarian Universalist General Assembly in Louisville, Kentucky just a few weeks ago, very graciously sent a reflection of the situation that happened between the Tutsi and the Hutus in Rwanda. And you have two copies in your insert. One is for yourself and the other one is for to share with someone else. And we also have Dr. Audrey Grace with us today. He's from the Institute for Sexual Minorities Studies and Services, sponsored by the Department of Education at the University of Alberta, and who is one of the initiators of Camp Firefly, which is a GLBTQ camp for youth. And I have the honor of being there last year and having my second year there this year. And as a former teacher who had students coming to me with sexual identity issues, and having a member of my own extended family that presented me with almost 23 years of a relationship that was very precious, it is my honor to have Audrey here today. And there are stones in the garden here, you will want to look at them later, that talk about the children who were abandoned by their churches and their friends and their families. And also another stone from the Gay Pride organization. As you look at the garden later, you will see that those stones were put there to honor those people who were disfranchised and abandoned, which should never happen to anyone, no matter what their situation is in life. Our focus this year is to look at how change can happen. not just to beat our chests and talk about genocide and violence, but to show some instances where change can happen. Of course, having to begin with ourselves. I can remember in 1962 when I first met a young man who was a musician in our town and who was suicidal because of his identity, his gender identity. I didn't have a clue. So I have come a long way, and I think others as well can do that. We thank you to Gordon Ritchie for blessing us after finding our house with your beautiful music, as you have in other years past. After the service, I would like you to go to the social hall, which is actually it's been converted into a social hall from a 3-car garage. And people have brought food and goodies and everything from gluten-free to lemonade with nothing in it. It's not a hard lemonade. Please join us afterward.